Hold on, got a Snapchat from my sister. Wow, the Wi-Fi is awful right now. Hey guys, when choosing which content and which kind of videos I wanted to make on this channel, some things came to mind. But one thing that always came back is I like to tell stories a lot. Especially at school, my friends from school can attest to that, where I like to tell a lot of stories. It's actually how I met a lot of them, because we were first week in our freshman year, and we just met each other, and we were like, what do we say to each other? What, like, break the ice? So I was like, I'm just gonna start telling stories, random stories about just different things that happened to me in my life, I guess. Nothing too serious, super lighthearted, and I like telling stories. I think I'm gonna tell some of those stories that I have, just random things that have happened to me in the past years of my life. I am 20 years old, I'm gonna be 21 this year. So I mean, got just a sliver of experience and different things that happened, but I think I got enough stories to last me a few videos here. Alright, so this is going to be the story about my first broken bone. It was very early in my school years, probably early grade school years. Let's just say 3rd or 4th grade. I honestly don't remember. This is how long ago it was. So where my grade school is located and my home, we are in walking distance. So me, my sister, and my cousin. Yeah, my cousin was. We were walking home, and we had to go through a field, our school's field, to get there. And I don't know, we were goofing around or something like that, but I somehow stole my cousin's backpack. And my cousin Nadine, hey Nadine, so I stole it and I started sprinting home, and she just got angry. So she sprinted after me. So we were running home. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't get hit by a car, because we had to cross at least 2 streets to get back to my house. So I stopped and I turned around to see where she's at. And then she came charging at me and grabbed one end of her backpack. And I was still holding on to the other end. And so what we decided to do is, we were playing tug-of-war with the backpack. I mean, it was fun. We were going back and forth, having a good time, and she just like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so this finger decided to have a little trip into the buckle of the backpack, you know, the ones on the bottom there, you know? And so it got jammed itself in there somehow. I don't know. Mind of its own, apparently. So we got into the buckle, and at that point, my cousin Nadine, she grabbed it and yanked it probably as hard as she could, and it just went. So she finally got it free, but this finger, I don't know if you can see that, this finger was touching this finger without even like trying, like bending it. I just did this finger was touching this finger. I'm like, so I fell to the ground and I started crying, and she was just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna. At that point, I think her mom showed up, so they left, and they just left me sitting in the front yard crying, and everybody was like, "Oh, get up." And so I sat there by myself for a little bit, and I was just like, well, this is weird. So I got up, I went inside, I went straight to the kitchen, and this tells a little bit about me, especially in my younger years, and it's definitely true now. I went to the kitchen, looked at what we were having to eat that evening, and it was macaroni and cheese, and that was my favorite at the time. I loved mac and cheese, and I was like, cool, I'm good. I'm not sad anymore, I'm not crying. Apparently the injury was just like, whatever, I'm having mac and cheese tonight, score! No, so that evening while we were sitting at the dinner table, I turned to my mom and I showed her my hand. I was like, she's a nurse, to give some background. I was like, is this normal? And she looked at it, she's like, we'll go to the emergency room after dinner. And I was like, okay. Like a typical nurse, you know, family, like it could be like bleeding out, or like, let's finish dinner first and then go to the emergency room. So finished the macaroni and cheese. It was delicious, I'm sure. And then we went, we drove to the emergency room, got checked out, and yeah, it was broken right here. I had to get a splint, and I called up my cousin that night, and I told her, and she felt so bad. I'm sure she doesn't feel bad anymore. She was just like, "Oh, you deserved it." But she felt bad, so like, we'll give credit to her there. Yeah, and so that's, after that, and of course we were going to, like, on vacation the next week and stuff like that, so I'm like, great. But yeah, that is the story of my first broken bone. It was my broken finger right there. Those that have heard many of my stories, what story do you want to hear next? I have lots of them, so we'll see. Yeah, all right. Well, I think, Peace.